The show you are about to listen to is intended for mature audience only. There will be things said that may not be appropriate for younger audience and may offend you. We at Whatever Talk would like to apologize in advance, but really, get over it.
Sawadee do, folks.
It sounds like you said that one before in one of our past shows.
Sawadee?
What language is that?
Thai. I don't recall doing Thai.
Or maybe some other language sounds similar to that.
Well, that could be. You know they look alike, so they may sound alike too. No. You know, to white people, if you are a race, you look like everybody in that race.
Is that him? Hell no.
They don't look nothing like them. Well, they all look alike to me.
We talking about whatever that's on your mind. Speak your mind, don't be shy. This is your time to shine.
What up, though, folks? Welcome to Whatever Talk, the show where we talk about whatever we seem to be talking about at the time. And yes, again, it feels good to be back for the second recording of our comeback. What up, though, Cal?
What up, though? What's going on, people? What's going on with you? What's happening in this crazy world?
Crazy world indeed. How come nobody can remember the pump at the gas station number? You gotta look at that mother 50 times and still get in there and be like, that van out there.
You could be having a lot of other things on your mind or something. I don't know what it be.
Last week, I counted like 20 times I got there. I just said, the pump with the van.
Hey, the blue car. The one on the other side of 13. Nigga know every other pump but his. Like,
he can call out every number of pumps but the pump he had.
Yeah, it ain't number 8. It ain't 9. It's that other.
It's the one on the other side of 9. Is it 10? Is it 10?
What number is that?
Keeping the crazy going on. You being my best homie since the 3rd grade.
Mm-hmm.
We know each other, who we are, our personalities, what we like and dislike.
Right.
Only thing I don't know is who was crazier, me or you. When I was young, like many other kids, had an imaginary friend. You remember him?
I think so, man.
Frank. And what a coincidence, I end up having a real friend named Frank when I get to middle school. But digressing, I think it's healthy to have a good imagination when you're a kid. But still, it's somewhat crazy that you have an imaginary friend. I don't care what anybody say. But you can see my imaginary friend too, Cal. How is he interacting with my imaginary friend? That's why I say all the kids on Bernie was on acid. Y'all can't be imagining the same exact dinosaur looking the same exact way in all your imaginations.
He was lacing their food. That's why they all got the same damn delusion.
Just think about that, like, man, it got to be crazier than me. Like, I'm normal crazy. You abnormal crazy.
Like, he was supposed to stop me.
He was supposed to convince me that there's nobody there.
He agreed with me, though. Nigga doubled up on my crazy.
I don't know if he confirming that I'm crazy or letting me know that he's crazy too.
Well, we playing crazy poker. Like, what? I will see your crazy and raise you another crazy.
Like, I would see your crazy and raise you a retard. Well, I see your retard and I raise you with autism.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
Okay, autism. Nigga, I raised you Down syndrome, nigga. Nigga say, man, don't go there, man.
Woo-wee. Oh man, how many listeners do you think be offended?
The whole list.
I would say so too. Crybabies.
We going backwards instead of forward. We used to be able to say so many things back in the day.
Exactly, but now we got babies giving birth to crybabies, and crybabies are raising crybabies.
Right. And they all crying together.
It's okay to make fun. There's nothing wrong with making fun. Then what's the point of having fun if you can't make fun? I mean, that's the whole point. No matter how you look at what fun is, you're making that fun fun.
Mm-hmm.
So making fun of someone shouldn't be a negative term because you put the word someone after making fun. This is what the freaking world came to. But that term was also used when we was little too. Like, you making fun, stop making fun. But I never understood of stop making fun, because when you tell us to go in our room, we have to make fun.
Well, they mean stop making fun of each other. Like, I guess they mean like in a negative way, I guess.
But that's my whole point. How is it negative when we're all laughing? And I know you about to say, where that one person is not laughing, skip that one person.
Yeah, and I wasn't gonna necessarily say that.
Nah, people, not you.
Right.
Remember,
Right,
I speak in general.
Right. Now, the fun making might not necessarily be something taken lightly. Like, it might be something that a few people in that crowd or in that circle might take very offensive to, or they might be sensitive to. You know what I'm saying? I guess what somebody would be talking about when they say stop making fun of him or stop making fun of her. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I guess, for example, and this might be a stretch, but let's just say if a little girl lost one of her fingers, like, motherfuckers always talking about her little nub. You know what I'm saying? Like, she probably still, like, having flashbacks and all kind of shit from getting her finger cut off. You know what I'm saying? But to them, you know what I'm saying, they making fun of her. It's fun to them, but somebody that's looking at it might be like, hey man, stop making fun of her. You know what I'm saying? Make fun together though. You know what I'm saying? Include her. Make fun about something else and include her, instead of the fun being on her about her damn finger that she can't never get back, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You better inject some stem cells.
She can never be a hand model. You know what I'm saying? So
you're making fun of her right now, Cal.
That's facts. Facts.
So as long as it's facts, it's okay to make fun.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, Cal, I 100% agree with you. You're absolutely right. That's exactly what making fun of is.
Right.
I say
kids, man, because we did it too.
I think they only derive from kids, the whole term of making fun, because throughout history, that's kids. Like, kids are little a-holes. Like, all of them. And that's what they do, because they don't know. They have what I call false empathy and synthetic sympathy. What I mean by false empathy, they think they need to be feeling this way because they were told to, or they seen it somewhere.
Right.
They don't really have empathy for you. They haven't experienced life enough in order to have those tools to be empathetic.
Right.
So that's why I say that has false empathy and synthetic sympathy.
Does that really make them a-holes?
Yes, and I'm not saying that because that's how they treat other kids. Look at the way they treat you the day after Christmas. Look at the way they treat you the day after their birthday or later on in that day. You know, they don't really care about, hey, special days are coming up. Let me get my act together. You know how we did? Right. You know, they just freaking dumb the whole time.
Right.
And again, it's called making fun. I get what you're saying. I say the solution to what you said, Cav, about nubs is invite her into the clique and then make fun of her then, because we all do it. Why is it
that's going to happen regardless?
But of course,
to get there, people was gonna make fun of her regardless. People was gonna make fun of her anyway.
That's my whole point. You got it. It's one of those double standards, catch-22, whatever you want to call it type thing. If she was part of your clique and you're doing everything that you're doing now, so-called quotations, making fun of, it's all good willy-nilly because she's part of your clique. But since she's not part of your clique...
Let's not mention quotations because remember, she missing a finger. She can't do the little quote thing.
She doing the quotation in the comma. I'm a quote and a comma you.
She's doing her index and her middle on one hand, just the middle on the other.
Oh man, we're making fun, explaining making fun. See, whatever talk is a prime example of making fun is nowhere near a negative thing.
Creating laughter, man, and laughter is
medicine.
One of the most important things you need in life, man.
Exactly. And to me, for you to make making fun a negative thing, you are a cancer to the world. It's only taken as mean-spirited because they are kids. And we all know kids are mean.
Right.
That's why it's taken as a coming from a mean spirit versus it just being what it is, making fun. Because, again, if that was part of our crew, it'll be exactly what the term is, making fun. And we're having fun doing it. Not necessarily we go too far even with our own crew. But sometimes people in the crew get mad like, oh man, why you had to say that? Because it's true and it's funny. That's why I had to say that. So stop crying, punk.
Right. But that's funny because I had my son and my nephew this weekend and they always funny. Like when they always fighting each other. And
exactly. And they don't even know 2% of the things they talking about making fun of each other.
Right.
But they making fun of each other and they giggling. They might even swing and fight for real for like 2 seconds, but then back making fun again.
Right, and then they realize that it's funny to both of them. Whoever getting picked on, it's like
exactly.
What does a nub look like?
What the heck is a nub? That within itself is comical because what is a nub? So that what you just stated, Cal. That what you just stated, that just shows the immaturity level of people who talk about stop making fun of people, and they don't even know the definitions or what it is that we making fun of exactly. What we making fun of, we could be actually making fun and doing it in the right context because we don't even know what the heck a nub is.
Right. Like, man, it's called a nub. Like, what?
Let's see. A nub. I'm looking it up right now. Now,
it might start with a K. Do it start with a K?
I was just about to say, how do you want to spell this nub word? Is it M? Is it MUMB, which would be dumb, a way of spelling it? But
no, I know it can't be no M in there.
I mean, it shouldn't be no B in dumb, but it is. So the word dumb is spelt dumb.
Nub.
Nubum. Nubby.
Look at your nubum.
Man, get your nubby away from me.
Nubby.
With your dumb B self.
Nubby sounds like something Junior or my wife and kids would say.
Yeah.
Look, Nubby.
Look, I think he did say something about the word dumb B before. I think we talked about it before.
I think nub is spelled just like knob, but the O is a U. The N-U-B.
N-U-B?
Yeah, it says a small lump.
K-N-O-B, also it's the same thing. So knob and nub are the same thing. Nub means small lump. Knob also means small lump, but along with all the other definitions that goes along with it. Door handle.
That's why they say slob on my knob.
Yeah. Slob on my small lump.
Pump on my lump.
Pump on my small lump. Moving on. Hey, Kev, are you a manly man?
I would say so. What is a manly man to people?
Well, a manly man, I would like to assume to society.
This is okay. You saying society's view of it or yours?
Well, I can say my let's go with both.
What they consider manliness, and I don't mean like right now, like in the past 5 years, but the past 20, 25 years. Drinking beers is like a manly thing, or putting back cases of beers, or watching every football game that come on is like manly and shit. Like
exactly.
Make you a man and shit. Like how does that make a person a man?
I'll tell you how it makes him a man. Because a man is doing it. That's how.
Right.
Again, Kev, I have no idea. I don't even like watching sports.
Right.
Except for boxing. Boxing and gymnastics. It's the only sports I watch.
Right. But you know you a real man, though.
I know I'm a real man. I play all the sports that I enjoy playing. Football, basketball, baseball.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What if even if you didn't?
Yeah.
How does that take away from you being a man, though?
I have no idea. That's just society. That's just society point of view.
Yeah.
Manly definition: having or denoting those good qualities additionally associated with men, such as courage and strength. Basically, everything you just said, Kev. And I just want to talk about the so-called manliest of all men out there. Talking about those guys who, boy, you better stop all that crying because you got shot, you know. It don't hurt that bad. Look at my back. It's riddled. Okay. You know, those manly men who can't eat a banana because it looks like what you think you may have, who can't eat hot dogs and sausages without being cut up like a little boys do, because it looks like what they think they may be having, what they think they have between their legs.
But them, yeah.
That's what I want to talk about. I seen guys with a banana peel it, break it off because they can't stick a whole thing in their mouth or a portion of it in their mouth to bite it. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel insecure about a fruit that they're eating. They feel insecure about eating what Nubs is trying to do, quotations, of giving themselves the proper nutrients.
Right.
You that much of a man that you can't eat a hot dog without it being cut up? You know how much of a boy that makes you look, actually?
Man, that's ridiculous right there, actually.
Highly ridiculous, man.
I honestly didn't know people do that.
Yeah. I witnessed it with my own eyes at work.
You know, I know some people like to get a laugh or they like to get a response from people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shit, I'm cut this motherfucker up. Like, even if it was me, like, just being silly, like, knowing I'm secure with eating a fucking hot dog and all that. But if I'm at work or something and there's a chick right there, I might just want to make her laugh. Like, that's all I had for, so I ain't had no money today. I had to bring these 2 hot dogs and shit, man. Cut these motherfuckers up, though. I don't want you looking at me funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, just throwing a little joke out there, too. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't really how I feel or whatever. So I don't know if people saying that was just trying to get a laugh or a response out of you or somebody else.
Okay, Carol. What you just said, cool. Downfall. That sounds like something I would do all the time.
Exactly. That's, you know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing. I would be more inclined to believe that scenario when you're around other people. If you by yourself and still doing that, come on now. You got some freaking manly issues.
That's just mental.
Somebody's been touched.
Yeah, that's I was just about to get to that. Like, it probably means that something happened to them or something. You know what I'm saying? Somebody probably put their dick in their mouth and shit. You know what I'm
And
saying?
called it a banana.
You want a banana, little Jimmy? You know, let it in there. Like, man, watch out, man. Man,
Like,
you try to put a dick in my mouth, man.
quit playing, Uncle. I mean, Mike, quit playing, man. There we go, Cal. We can't get beside ourselves, man. We making fun again.
But yeah, but for real, though, like it's probably people who something happened to them. You know what I'm saying?
True, that could be it. But again,
Yeah.
I'm calling you out until you confess or get help. I don't know. However you want to take it, I'm still gonna say it because hey, we just making fun. We are no mean spirited at all. So our making fun is exactly what it is, coming from a cool, just making fun, having a ha moment type thing. But again, no one or nothing is exempt in my book.
Mm-hmm.
You remember this character that I told you about, Rebel Jesus?
Rebel Jesus.
I think I told you about this and make skits with him. And he's gonna be Rebel Jesus. He's gonna be Jesus, but Rebel Jesus.
Oh,
RJ.
oh. What's the whole point of Rebel Jesus? He just rebels against the norm, or what?
Well, he is what a rebel is. If you consider a thug, gangster to be a rebel or whatever, basically, yeah, he is the opposite of Jesus, pretty much. But comically.
In my opinion, a gangster or a thug is not even a rebel nowadays. A scholar is more of a rebel now, like someone who sees everything in a positive light. He's a teenager, and you know what I'm saying. He's doing what motherfuckers ain't doing. That's
Exactly.
the rebel.
The rebel nowadays is the person that we made fun of in school.
Exactly. Because a rebel rebels against the norm. And the norm right now is everybody wants to be a G. Everybody wants to be a thug, a drug dealer. Everybody,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So that dude that ain't got his mind on that, he's the one that's rebelling.
Yep. But I'm going off the reference of rebel that we grew up with.
The general reference of it, yeah. You ever seen Black Jesus?
Yeah, I like it. It's dope. I didn't like get into it, but
I mean, have you ever met Black Jesus? No,
I've
I'm
had.
just no.
But I say, well, I wasn't born over 2,000 years ago, but
But you say you did see Black Jesus though.
yeah, I did see it. Like, yeah, it's a funny show. I like it. I dug it. I like almost anything with Charlie Murphy in it. Yeah, and you know what I like about Charlie Murphy? I know this we didn't sidetrack. What I like about Charlie Murphy is that here's an exact definition of what I feel you making it without being your predecessor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what I mean by that, we all know Charlie Murphy is Eddie Murphy's brother. We all know what Eddie Murphy was and still is to me. And Charlie Murphy wasn't nowhere near trying to be like Eddie, and he did it
Murphy was a star in his own light, like in his own way.
in his own light, in his own way. And I got his first stand up, well, his first recorded like on DVD stand up, because he was doing it before this. But I didn't care for his stand up. But his stand up grew on me later on once he explained his style. And actually, I am inspired to do my stand up solely off his style of stand up. And Eddie Murphy is my all-time favorite comedian. And he got the best stand-up of all times to me, which is Delirious.
Mm-hmm.
And I am more inspired from Charlie's way of stand-up because I feel like I do better and I feel like I'm funnier that way, the Charlie's way versus anybody else's way.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a sidebar derail.
Right.
But yeah.
Before we get off the comedians, Did you see live in concert yet, Richard Pryor?
Yep. I got it on my system, I think.
Okay, now was that how'd you like that or what?
Uh,
That is his. That's what they base when they judge when they
when they,
when they
yeah.
hold you to something like you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying like
Yeah.
that's what it is for him. Just like Delirious is what it is for Eddie, and then
And
some even say Raw. You know what I'm saying?
well,
Well,
Raw, I wasn't
I say some say Raw,
yeah, I
but
wasn't really feeling Raw. But
most people know that Delirious is what we hold him to, like, and just because of that thing, you know what I'm saying? And people were like, "You so crazy" is what we hold Martin to. Like, well, live in concert is what they is how they. If somebody want to argue how great Richard is, they gonna use live in concert.
yeah, I gotta watch Astro live in concert again.
Yeah, watch that again. That's bro, that's funny.
As far as Richard, I still say Eddie is better than Richard.
Okay,
It's funnier than Richard, in my opinion. Not saying Richard is not funny at all. He's hilarious, and I do see where the black comedians after Richard get it from.
right.
You know, I do
I
see
mean,
that.
it's kind of like because back when Bill Cosby was like the biggest thing.
And he's funny. His stand-up's funny too. Don't let the pills fool you.
He was the biggest thing, and Richard Pryor looked up to Bill Cosby. But Richard Pryor to me is funnier than Bill Cosby. He came after him, and he was inspired by him, and then he took the game to another level by being a little more funnier than Bill.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think that's what Eddie did after Richard.
Yep. I see. I totally agree. One other one that I feel Red Fox stand-up is overrated.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know which one. Like, I don't know if he has a popular one that we can hold him to, like a Delirious or like a Live or
I think I know one. I just don't know it by name, but I do have that on my system as well.
I've heard, but I don't know which one of his is the one that's like, yeah, that's the one we knew. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, or I don't even know if it's one of the ones that I even heard, or if it's another one.
Yeah, I wouldn't know either, but to me, even his stand up is way different from all the cats we just said. Though his dunk is like way different, so I automatically give you major bonus points just for being different. No matter who you are, how whack it may be, you get kudos for just being having the guts to be different. From me,
Right,
but
right.
if it's whack, I'm gonna let you know it's still whack. But kudos, you were like something I never seen before. But yeah, to me, Red Fox, his stand up is overrated. Funny though, funny but overrated.
But you know what? Honestly, I like now that you say that out loud, I don't really remember anyone ever saying that his stand up was funny like that. I think they like Red Fox because of like overall he was funny.
Yeah, overall, yeah.
Yeah, he had the hit show, but I don't think you never hear people say, "Yo, man, Red Fox, bro, he as a comedian, boy, you know what I'm saying? I just think like he's funny. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? That's why people loved him so much.
I give you that because people need to stop saying freaking Mike Epps is funny as heck. His stand ups suck out this world.
Mike Epps, yeah, see, Mike Epps is funny though.
He's
Mike Epps,
funny. He's funny doing
but
everything else but stand up.
yeah, some like that to me, that's everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. Bro. Like every comedian is not funny at something, bro. Like Bill Cosby, like what's that's one of our favorite shows, bro, the Cosby Show, right? We love it. But a lot of his movies suck though. Like, you know,
Ooh, yes.
that
Hey, but
nigga movies terrible.
I still, for the most part, I do have fun with Ghost Dad. But yeah,
Man, that suck.
but yeah, Ghost Dad sucked too. But again, it's a nostalgia thing with me. But here's one. If you haven't seen this one with Bill Cosby, if you haven't seen it, watch it. It's a good one, and he plays a character you would not think Bill would or could play. Uptown Saturday Night.
Well, yeah. See, Uptown Saturday Night and Let's Do It Again. Those are two exceptions.
Two exceptions.
I didn't mean those two. You know?
No. Remember, those don't even count. Those manly. That's manly man right there.
Yeah, I meant everything else. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got another one in the 80s when he was like, I don't know if he was like some type of hero or I don't know, man. It was like some type
Meteor
of
Man. He was not Meteor Man, man.
He was in there too. That sucked too.
Meteor Man sucked.
Yeah, man.
Man, Meteor Man was on point. Junior Warlords, man.
You know what I do like about Meteor Man is that was the first black superhero movie. People don't even sit back and realize that. He created a black superhero named Meteor Man and did a movie about it.
Oh, okay. Robert Townsend is dope as heck.
Yeah, that nigga, he underrated.
Man, Robert Townsend is a freaking beast, man. I would love to see some stand-up on him if he got some, just to see if he can do it, because I never seen it.
He had a show called Partners in Crime.
Mm-hmm.
And that was his show. It was like a sketch comedy show in the late 80s, early 90s. And in between the segments, he would do stand-up.
Oh, bet I will be on that. Let's get out of here. Thanks for listening to Whatever Talk, people. I appreciate it. We will be back whenever the next episode comes out.
Right.
Thanks again. This feels good to be back. I feel happy now. And listen to us. Be on Podomatic. That's the home of Whatever Talk. SoundCloud, Spreaker, iTunes. Hopefully we can make this thing prosper a whole lot better than the last go around. I did learn from my mistakes and all that stuff. Like, I went back and listened to all our shows. I always listen to all our shows. Thanks again for listening, folks. Give a shout out to all you listeners. You guys rock. Thanks for jumping back aboard the bandwagon for those who jumped aboard the bandwagon of Whatever Talk. Give a shout out to my family, my wife, and my kids. Love y'all. Yeah, Kev, I pass it on to you.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to my family, my mom, my brothers, my son, all the rest of my family. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. Love y'all.
And also give a shout out to Nubs out there listening.
Exactly. All the Nubs.
All the Nubs. Take my smile nub. It's my strong nub. Until the next episode. Whatever.
If you would have made it this far, but then you made it to the end of the show, you can stay posted, but we gotta go. But wait a minute, leave a comment, tell us what you think about it. Come again, tell a friend, tell whoever listening. Whatever talk.
Take my smile nub.